Hello everyone, welcome back to today's video. Today I am going to talk about all of my favorite and least favorite liquid eyeshadows and glitters. I think this might have to be part of my new intro, So I wasn't in the greatest mood today, and I wasn't really in the mood to do like a tutorial or something super fun. So I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk about all of the best and worst liquid eyeshadows that I've tried because I was decluttering them. So before I get rid of all of the worst, I thought I would talk about the ones that I love and the ones that I don't really love. I'm gonna take this scrunchie off just because it's kind of annoying. So I don't know if we should start with the best or the worst or alternate. And also I didn't want to do a tutorial, I forgot to mention this quickly, because it is really weird outside weather-wise. The clouds are just coming and going, and it's raining and it's not raining. So I knew I wasn't gonna have a constant lighting situation, so I didn't want anything that was going to be too dependent on colors. Anyways, let's just get started. I guess I will start out with the best, because honestly there are more bad ones than good ones. I feel like, you know, a good liquid shadow is just so good, but then the dupes are just, I don't know, they're either really good or they're just absolute crap. I feel like a liquid shadow is fairly easy to mess up. That's just my 2 cents. So I don't really have a ton for the best. So let's get those out of the way first. Obviously, if you are a beauty lover, you've heard of these. These are the Stila Shimmer and Glow eyeshadows. These are just the best in the market in my opinion, that I've tried. I haven't tried them all, so if you guys love something that's comparable to these, please let me know, because I'm always in the market for a good liquid eyeshadow. This one is in the color Kitten. This is more of my everyday shade. They're just super reflective, super pigmented, super smooth. And then this is the shade Cloud. That's a purple and it has a gold duochrome to it. And I just got that one because my favorite color is purple, but you can just see how reflective those are, and they dry down so beautifully. They don't crease or crack. I find cracking is a big issue among liquid eyeshadows, especially the ones that are in my hate pile. So yeah, these don't do any of that, and they last so long, and they're just the perfect formula. Like, this is like an A+, 10 out of 10. I'm also going to include some liquid glitters in here just because I figured it kind of followed under the same category, and I really do love these products. They have stood the test of time. I have loved these products for I don't know how long, maybe like 2 or 3 years now. This was before the liquid eyeshadow bandwagon started. So these are liquid glitter liners. They're by Decay. They are the heavy metal glitter eyeliners. These are the 3 shades that I have. I have Midnight Cowboy, Punk Rock, and Spandex. They just apply really nicely. They are so beautiful, and they just add like a pop to any look. I like that they have like a little brush applicator so you can get really precise, or you can be a little more, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. You can apply these to a larger area as well if you want, by just applying the product to your finger or a different brush that's a little bit larger. So these are the swatches here. They're just really beautiful and I love them. Some of my favorite looks I've created have had these on top just as a little extra something, and it really brings it to the next level, and I'm out of focus. And yeah, I'm obsessed with these, so these are staying in my collection. Oh, I forgot to mention these with the Stila Shimmer and Glows. This is a Stila Glitter and Glow. They're different formulas. These are much smoother, whereas this has more chunky glitter in it, so depending on what you're kind of going for. The Shimmer and Glows are more pigmented. The Glitter and Glows are a little more sheer. This is in the color Bronzed Belle, and it is bronze, and it has almost some like silver glitter in it. So if you're looking for something that has like chunks of glitter, this is a good one as well, because it's similar to the glitter and or Shimmer and Glow formula, but it just has glitter in it. Is that a spider over there? Yeah, it is. Oh, it's moving. Oh god. Gotta keep an eye on him. So this is the shade Bronzed Belle. This is the Glitter and Glow, and as you can see, it's much more reflective. But as you can see, this one has a little more of a chunky, glittery texture, and it's perfect if you want like a super glittery eye. If you're looking for something a little bit more subtle, I would go for the Shimmer and Glows. They're both beautiful formulas, and I will be keeping both of them in my collection. Okay, and we only have three more formulas in the best category, so yikes. The next two are more affordable options. The first one that I have is the Milani Hypnotic Lights Holographic Eye Topper. It's not holographic, it's iridescent. Get it right, people. This is in the shade Luster Light, and it's really pretty. This one's a bit more sheer. I like to apply this to my finger and apply it on top of shades. I find if I try to apply it like an opaque liquid eyeshadow, sometimes it can get a little bit patchy, but as an eye topper, which is what the name is anyways, like it's supposed to be a topper. I don't think it's supposed to be like an opaque shadow. It's so pretty on top of other things. Here's the product sheared out, and it just applies such a nice iridescent finish to anything you have underneath. And I really want more colors. This is the only color I have, and I keep meaning to get more, but I always keep forgetting. I mean, I guess I don't technically need more because I have a ton of liquid eyeshadows, but those are a great one if you're looking for something that's a little bit more affordable. Another one that's more affordable, that's a little bit more on the glittery side, is the Flower Beauty Glitter Eyeshadow. The Warrior Glitter Eyeshadow. This is in the color Bullet. These are only available at Ulta, so I got this when I went to the States a little while back. These are kind of more of a, like, not matte finish, but like kind of, with a bunch of glitter chunks in it. It's not really like the reflective formula. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but it's not quite as reflective in its base as the other shades. It just has a lot more of like chunky glitter particles. The only thing with this one is it's really hard to remove, so if you have sensitive eyes, you might want to stay away from this one. It does stay put really well, but it's a pain to take off. And yeah, other than that though, I really enjoy this one. It's super pretty and glittery. Okay, and the last one for the best category. Okay, this is kind of weird because this formula is going to go into the best category and the worst category depending on the shade that you get. These are by Kylie Cosmetics. In the best category, we have the shade Born to Sparkle. It's like a goldish gray, not gray, goldish green. This is one of my favorites. I wear it honestly not that often, but I really love the formula when I do wear it. It's thin, but it's really opaque and really reflective, and I've just had a really great experience every time I've worn it. This is the shade right here. As you can see, it has kind of an olive base with gold reflex. It's just super smooth, super pigmented, and really reflective. It dries down nicely. It doesn't get patchy or weird, and I really love that one. However, I have another shade. This is in the shade Fine Wine, and I'll swatch this one in comparison and you'll see what I'm talking about. I just don't even get how these are the same formula. So this one here is Fine Wine, and as you can see, they're both pretty reflective, more so the green, but this one is like really patchy and streaky and doesn't apply evenly at all. I don't know if it's because this one is purple and purples are harder to do, but I also had a pink one. I think it was called Eat Cake because these were all from her birthday collection, and the Eat Cake color was also the same as the purple. I had gotten rid of that one because that one was the worst out of the three. So it really depends on the color for this formula. I don't even understand how they're the same formula because one is so nice and one is so not. Either way, if you're wanting to try Kylie Cosmetics liquid eyeshadow formula, I would definitely go for this color, or maybe something that doesn't have like a purple or pink base to it. So this color is staying in my collection and this one has got to go. And I feel like that was kind of the perfect transition into the declutter pile. I have a lot in here, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of picky with liquid eyeshadows and glitters because when they're good, they're so good. And when they're bad, it's just like, I won't touch them. So first, let's start out with ColourPop. I'm so sorry, ColourPop. I love, you know, so much of your stuff, like pretty much all of it. but the Supernova shadows are just not something I can get on board with. I've used these as an eyeshadow topper and it was okay, but honestly this liquid shadow is just super streaky and not very reflective, not very pigmented. This is in the color Sandcastle. It came out with their birthday collection. This is it here. It actually looks pretty nice and reflective in the monitor, but it's not. I mean, I guess it's kind of reflective. That's not the issue. The issue is the patchiness. I'm not sure if you can see it in the swatch, but it applies pretty patchy. I don't know if it's just this color because I haven't really tried more from that line, so I don't really know. It just, you know, that was like a bad first experience, so it just didn't really make me want to try any other shades. Also from ColourPop are the Jelly Much shadows. I had one shade in my disappointing products video and I said that I think the formula, or not the formula, the packaging has changed so that they don't dry out. And the packaging did change, but they still dry out. I don't know if they changed the packaging for that purpose, but I don't really know. This is supposed to be a jelly eyeshadow and it is so dry and crepey. I had to add some setting spray to it to even get it to like work. Not only that, but this one in particular in the color Close to You is really freaking sheer. They're super pretty and super reflective, but just the fact that they dry out so quickly, it's just, I don't know. This was my favorite one. This is Photosynthesis. And like, oh, I just opened it and that was really gross. Like, if you look, it's like hanging off of the cap because it's just so dry. It's not even a jelly anymore. It's like a putty. And I've noticed that when it gets kind of dry like that, it's just really hard to apply to the eyes and it kind of flakes off. It gets really flaky and crepey and it just kind of, you know, flakes off throughout the day. So I love these when they're like brand new, but I don't think it's worth it because after like a month I can't use them anymore because I don't like the formula. Sorry, my camera died, so if there's anything weird, I feel like everything kind of shifted a little bit. Next up on the list is by Hard Candy. This is the Meadow Glaze 12-Hour Intense Liquid Foil, and I just don't like this formula because it's too thick and goopy. It applies, it kind of feels like almost oily, so I found that it did crease a lot and it's not really reflective at all. It is pigmented, but it doesn't have much reflection and much shimmer to it. It kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of there. Just kind of has like a little bit of shine and it feels really gross. It feels super oily and I find that it's too thick on the eyes. So for that reason, I'm getting rid of this one. If it was thinner, I would probably like it quite a bit more, but since it's not, I'm getting rid of it. Next up are the ones by Morphe. Morphe released these in their holiday collection and I don't care about talking about this because I've been taken off of their PR list, which is fine. Whatever. I do like a lot of their products, but these ones in particular were just a miss for me because they creased. The pigment on them is gorgeous. The formula, like I was so excited for these because the formula is really, really nice. They're just thin, they're pigmented, they glide on beautifully. They have super nice shine to them. However, these creased on me really freaking fast. They just didn't dry down the way that I would personally need a liquid shadow to. So I never really reached for them after trying them out for the first few times just because I couldn't wear them out because they were gonna crease on me. Creasing is just not a good look. As soon as something creases, I'm like, Okay, also by Morphe, these are the same ones that were launched in the collection, but these ones are more glittery. And the reason that I don't like these ones is because the glitter just flakes everywhere. They're not very opaque, which I guess would be fine. I wouldn't mind because if they're a glitter topper, I can just put it on top of a different eyeshadow that has more opacity to it. But that, along with the fact that they just flake off like nobody's business, the glitter gets all under your eyes, I just don't really love it. They are so pretty though, like the glitter on these is really nice, but it's just, I can't have glitter all over my face. I need it to stay where I put it. This isn't a good one either. It's the NYX Glitter Goals Liquid Eyeshadow. First of all, it says it's not eye safe. Actually, do they all say this? No. So, I mean, I get why this one says it's not eye safe, but pretty much all of the other ones I've talked about are eye safe. So I don't know if these other brands are just being shady and not mentioning it, or if NYX just didn't put the effort into creating an eye safe product that's marketed to go on the eyes. Either way, I don't like this anyways, so whatever. First of all, it's not very pigmented, which again, I can deal with if it's like kind of like a chunkier glitter formula that's supposed to be put on top of other eyeshadows. Like the Milani one, I did mention that this one is not as opaque. However, I really love like dabbing it all over for a little extra something. And I did try that with this one. This is in the color Imaginarium, and it's super reflective. There's tons of glitter in there, but again, the glitter just kind of flakes off everywhere. I find that the big issue that I have with the ones that I don't like are either lack of pigment or flaking, cracking, not wearing well, creasing. And there are some affordable options like Milani and Flower Beauty, and that's it. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I'm sorry it was kind of negative. I totally didn't mean for it to be until I went through my stash and realized how many liquid eyeshadows I had that I don't use due to the fact that I don't like their formula. So needless to say, I'm getting rid of pretty much all the ones that I talked about that I said I didn't like. I might keep the ColourPop ones because they were limited edition, but that's just kind of because I'm a hoarder and I don't know when to stop. But everything else is going in the trash because they are used and old and I don't like them. And I don't think anyone else will like them either. So please let me know down below in the comments what your favorite liquid eyeshadow formula is, and I will be sure to check it out because I am clearly in the market for some good ones. Also, if you didn't notice, I changed my hair. It's kind of purplish gray and I love it. I really like it. Anyways, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please subscribe if you have not yet, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! So I just kind of wanted to sit down and share with you all of my favorite and least favorite liquid. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's channel.